Feel the power of science! What's happening, guys? This is the Grandmaster of Faster, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Trading Card Game. Before we get started, please be sure to leave a like or comment below and subscribe to my channel. Every one of those helps. In this episode, we are going to finish up the Science Club. And we'll start by talking to this jerk who is blocking our way to the Club Master. This is Joseph. Hey, you! Rick, the Club Master, is in the middle of an important experiment. He has no time to see someone like you. If you really want to see him, you must defeat me first. Defeat you, huh? I think I can arrange that. Not too smart, but you've got nerves. We'll play for 4 prizes. If you win 1 match, I'll let you through. Taking on Science Club member Joseph, who uses the Flying Pokemon deck. Well, we're about to find out if we'll fly high or if we'll get grounded. Let's see, what have we got here? I guess Jinx would be the best one to start out with, because although I have Mewtwo in my hand, it can't attack unless I get 3 energy cards. So not the greatest starting hand, but it could have been worse. Okay, on to Joseph's deck. As the name of his deck implies, he uses a lot of flying Pokemon. Pokemon that are weak to lightning, with the exception of his Zubats, and Pokemon that can also retreat very easily. I think Jinx should do well because it's got a lot of HP and it can attack relatively quickly. I'm not expecting Jinx to carry the fight all by itself, but it'll give me a good starting point. Once again, let's attach a Psychic Energy to Jinx, and once again we will attack with Double Slap. Can I get some damage? Please? No. Why can I not have any nice things? I ought to check what Joseph has on his bench. But first I'm going to put Abra on my bench. And let's see what he has. He has got 2 Spearows and a Pidgey. His evolved Pokemon can be pretty dangerous if they get powered up. But then again, what evolved Pokemon isn't dangerous when powered up? I've noticed I've made that comparison quite a bit, but it is true. Alright, let's go for another Double Slap. Yes, and okay, 10 damage is better than no damage, I suppose. And Pidgey is going to go for the Whirlwind. Whirlwind is an attack that not only deals damage, but also switches your active Pokemon with another Pokemon of your choice. Okay, let's go ahead and attach this, actually no, we're going to attach a Lightning Energy to Jinx. Because now I can safely take out Pidgey with Voltorb. Thank you! Prize number 1 is a Psychic Energy. I was honestly hoping for something a little bit better. So now he's gonna go for his Spearow. Spearow shouldn't be that dangerous, but I believe it does have Mirror Move. Mirror Move is kind of an interesting attack. If Spearow was attacked last turn, do the final result of that attack on Spearow to the defending Pokemon. So that's a very unusual attack right there. But I don't think I'll have to worry about it too much. For now, let's just focus on beating this Spearow down. Oh, yikes! Yikes with a capital Y. That is not good. Spearow is rather dangerous. Not only can it use agility, but it can also hit you with Drill Peck, which does 40 damage, and that's rather dangerous. So if he can evolve his Pokemon, well then I can evolve mine. Let's attach a Psychic Energy to Electrode so I can use Tackle. It would have been better if I had a lightning energy. Well, actually, it wouldn't have been, because Electrode's Chain Lightning doesn't affect a colorless Pokemon in terms of its additional effect. Basically, how Chain Lightning works is if the defending Pokemon is not colorless, then it does 10 additional damage to each Pokemon on the bench that shares the same type as the active Pokemon. And man, that Electrode came at just the right time. So thank you, Electrode. Another Spearow. He's got a lot of double colorless energies in his deck, I've noticed. So he can power his Pokemon up relatively quickly. But as long as you can strike his Pokemon fast and hard, then hopefully you'll take them out before he takes you out. And there was the mirror move that I talked about. Let's go ahead and attach another Psychic Energy to Mewtwo, because I have a feeling he's going to be needed very, very soon. Ooh, Mr. Mime. Excellent. I love Mr. Mime, a personal favorite of mine. Or should I say, a personal favorite of mine. Well, Pidgey is going to revenge kill Electrode, of all things. Yeah, that's unexpected. We're going to go ahead and grab another Lightning Energy to attach it to Mewtwo. Now, unless something crazy happens, I should have this duel taken care of. Oh, he did retreat. But Zubat is not going to do him much good, because I have Mewtwo waiting in the wings. So I will just retreat Magnemite, bring out Mewtwo, and hit him with a Psyburn. Mewtwo's other attack is Energy Absorption, which allows you to take 2 energy cards from your discard pile and attach it to Mewtwo. But there we go, Joseph has been defeated. Hey, I lost. Since I promised, I have to let you through. And take this. He rewards us with some laboratory booster packs. Good, I could use some more of those. Some interesting cards in that set. Rick's in the middle of an experiment, so don't bother him too much. Unfortunately, I will have to bother him because I want that science medal. I am Rick, the master of the Science Club. Science rules nature. That is why it is so strong. Do you wish to test the strengths of science by playing against me? Indeed I do. Alright, 6 prizes. Let us begin. Battling the Science Club Master, Rick, who uses the Wonders of Science deck. Now that's a pretty cool name for a dueling deck, I must admit. And we get to listen to the epic music again! Yay! Only a Voltorb. That is not promising. And I better get some Pokemon quickly, or else I could be in trouble. Thankfully, I go first. Okay, and he's got a Mewtwo as his active Pokemon. Well, that might actually be alright for me, because Mewtwo does take a while to power up. But anyway, on to Rick's deck. Rick has a rather interesting deck. It's based off of Grimer and Muck, as well as his Mewtwo cards. Muck is easily the biggest threat in his deck, and that's mainly because of its Pokemon power, Toxic Gas. As long as it is on the field, it will prevent other Pokemon powers from working. So if you were thinking of using something like a Snorlax to prevent yourself from getting poisoned, it won't work. And if he gets Muck out, then the battle can get rather dangerous, because Muck can also poison you as well. And unfortunately, he managed to get a Weezing out. He also has a lot of Koffing and Weezing cards, so you'll want to be careful of that too. His Mewtwo's will serve as his big attackers, but more often than not, he doesn't have the proper energy to use them effectively. I'm going to begin setting up Mr. Mime, because I have a feeling Voltorb is not going to last long once Weezing enters the field. What I could really use is a Ghastly right now, because I do have Haunter and Gengar in my hand. A Switch card. Well, that could be alright, I guess. Now the question is, will Weezing go for the self-destruct, I wonder? Rick also has a lot of Professor Oak and Pokédex cards. Pokédex will allow him to check the top 5 cards of his deck and rearrange them in any order he wants. And he does go for the self-destruct. I guess I'm a little bit glad that he did do that, because now that Weezing is off the field. Okay, he's got 2 Mewtwo's and a Porygon. A Lightning Energy. Not what I was hoping for, but I think it could still help, because Electabuzz is on the field, and I might as well put Voltorb on the bench too. Surprisingly, he hasn't played any Grimer cards, and that's very strange, because in my previous practice runs of this fight, he always had a Grimer. Lo and behold! Let's just hope he doesn't get the chance to evolve it. Grimer can also be rather irritating because it does have Nasty Goo, which can paralyze you. So you'll want to be careful of that. I really shouldn't have attached that second Lightning Energy to Electabuzz, but I think I should still be alright. I say that because I could have attached the Lightning Energy to Electrode, but no matter. Another Lightning Energy card. Wow. I'm not using as many Psychic Pokemon as I thought I would. And here comes the Nasty Goo. For some reason, he always seems to get heads whenever he uses Nasty Goo on Grimer. It's so irritating. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use Switch to bring out Mr. Mime, and then I'm going to attack with Meditate. It'll only do 20 damage, but its damage output increases the more damage counters the defending Pokemon has. Okay, let's see. Porygon could be irritating to deal with. Although, I could just retreat Mr. Mime because I have another Psychic Energy in my hand. So yeah, I'll do that. Well, instead I'm going to send Electrode out into the field. And then I'm going to use Tackle because Electrode hasn't taken any damage. And there is yet another Voltorb card. What is that, 3 now? Okay, that is 2 heads in a row he's gotten. I'm going to start keeping track of how many heads he gets with Nasty Goo. Alright, and still no Ghastly card. I'll attach another Psychic Energy to Mr. Mime, and that'll do it. Why do I get the feeling that he could get, Oh, come on! Really? That is haxed, my friends. That is absolutely haxed. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use Professor Oak, because I'm not getting very good draws here. And wow, this Ghastly must be buried so deep in my deck. I'm going to attach another Lightning Energy to Magnemite. I don't think I'll be using Magnemite in this fight, but you never know. Except if things keep going the way they're going, then I'm going to be fighting a war of attrition here. Oh, and it doesn't. Alright, thank you for finally getting a Tails. I do have a Gust of Wind. That could be useful later on, but I think for now I'm going to throw another Electabuzz on the bench. And then we're going to attack with Tackle. Alright, Rick, show me what you got. Come on! Of course it would be heads. You know, I'm surprised that this Grimer has managed to last this long. And there is another Lightning Energy I could use for Electabuzz. This is getting really annoying. You've got to be very crafty with how you use your Pokemon and how to step around the status ailments that are inflicted on you. Except I can't do anything because it keeps paralyzing me! So irritating. Irritating with a capital I. This might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna throw Abra out on the bench and then attach a Psychic Energy to it, because my Kadabra card is already in my discard pile, and I don't remember if I have a second Kadabra. Oh god, that's not good. That is not good. Now I know for certain Electabuzz is going down. Or Electrode, excuse me. See, I'm so frustrated that I cannot pronounce the Pokemon's names correctly. Okie dokie, Artichoke, what are we going to do? I could use Gust of Wind, but I think I will be able to revenge kill Muck once he takes out Electrode. Sludge will also poison you if it gets heads. But in all honesty, I'd rather deal with paralysis than poison, because it's much more dangerous. Okay, let's bring out Electabuzz. And we are going to use Energy Search, because I do need a few more Lightning Energies. You know, instead I'll bring out a Psychic Energy, because I think I'm going to put Jinx on the bench, and then attach a Psychic Energy to it instead. Thunder Punch will revenge kill Muck, and that's one of his big threats gone, but he does have more in his deck. Magneton! So that's where it was hiding. And I think he's gonna go for the Energy Absorption once he gets the chance to attack. And man, he's running low on cards. As I said before, he does have a lot of Professor Oaks and Bills, which allow him to get the cards that he needs. Let's go ahead and evolve Magnemite into Magneton, and then attach a Lightning Energy to it. Electabuzz is going to get KO'd, but I think I should be alright. And this Psyburn is going to take out my Electabuzz. I expected that to happen, but I'm not too worried, because I'm just going to go ahead and send out Mr. Mime. Why would I send out Mr. Mime? Because he's got an awesome Pokemon power, Invisible Wall. This power makes it so that any attack that does 30 damage or higher will be negated. It's such a helpful card to have when you're dealing with Charizard or Blastoise or any of those heavy hitters. Of course, the downside is that Mr. Mime only has 40 HP, but nonetheless, he's a great card to have. And with that, we have defeated Rick. That was a very, very tactical battle, I must say. There are, at times, problems even science cannot answer. Here, take this medal. It is the result of our research. And with that, we have obtained the Science Medal. And let me give you this. Please add this to your collection. He gives us 2 more laboratory packs. Legendary cards are but a legend. Science is the only truth. I must continue my research of science Pokemon. And speaking of getting cards, before this video ends, we'll get one more. We're gonna talk to this lad right here. Ishihara wants to trade another very rare card. I wish I could trade cards like Ishihara. Well, let's go pay a visit to our good friend Ishihara and see what he has to offer. I suppose you're here because you heard that I was looking for a Ditto this time. I'm thinking about trading my Flying Pikachu for one. So let's go ahead and trade. And with that, we obtain the promotional card, Flying Pikachu. The card that caused us a bit of grief in the Lightning Club, if you remember Once Upon a Time. Thank you for this Ditto, you've been a great help. Why thank you, Ishihara, and I think we're going to end the video right here, so next time on Let's Play Pokemon Trading Card Game, we're going to head on over to the Fire Club in order to get the Fire Medal. See you guys next time.